Making money by being good at video games may seem like a joke, but competitive gaming is on the rise, and whether you agree with it or not, it's a competitive sport. It's esports. Some question its legitimacy to consider video games as a sport, but esports is its own category. From precise timing, careful planning, and teamwork to reaction time, popularity is not the only factor that could bring competitive video gaming into a sport. I'm sure almost everyone have heard of Fortnite, but this video is going to focus more on the lifestyle of an average professional esports gamer and how they got there. How much control do they actually have over their lives? Or how much free time do they actually have? There are so many different factors that come into play when trying to go pro, but the pre-professional stages can be the most difficult times for a gamer due to balancing video games with school, relationships, and possibly work. To be signed, gamers need to be noticed by the talent agencies, but it's not easy to be noticed or to build an audience. It takes skill, but being noticed or getting an audience can be out of their control, especially when you have to start from ground zero with no audience to start with. There are many methods of achieving this. By participating in LAN tournaments, these tournaments can gather hundreds and thousands of gamers together depending on the popularity of the game. Another method is to stream or record their own gameplays, all at the same time marketing themselves and maintaining a consistent skill set. This way, anyone in the world can access and see how well they perform. These gamers can be signed up as streamers, making it to the leaderboards, or just being noticed by playing on a varsity team. Just like any other professional team, esports gamers are provided contract salaries. When receiving these salaries, the prices can vary depending on the popularity of the game and how much the talent agencies want these players to play for them. These talent agencies sign the gamers up that they think are skilled enough to compete in these tournaments and leagues. Talent agencies like Cloud9, NRG, they can bid for these players with the highest salary. While these are the general courses on how e-athletes got themselves into the esports industry, every athlete has their own story of their pre-professional lives. J1, known as Sinatra, and Grant SB, known as Moth, joined the San Francisco Shock to compete in a league called the Overwatch League. Talent agency Andy Miller, the CEO and owner of NRG and San Francisco Shock, recruited J1 at age 17 after his famously aggressive playstyle in the Overwatch World Cup 2017. At that time, Jay was 17 and he needed his parents to sign him a salary contract if he wanted to go pro. Jay's parents were pretty skeptical at first, but then agreed to commit to their decision on their son going pro. Jay Sinatra Wan left his high school as a sophomore during second semester to live in Atlanta to play with his very first professional team. On the other hand, Grant SB's esports experience began at a collegiate program named TESPA. He climbed his way into second division, and right before his contenders match, he received a call asking if he wanted to be a part of the San Francisco Shock. Along with any other professional sports team, traveling, prize pools, salaries, and potentially fans are one of many perks for esports professional gamer. When going pro, players will have to make a tough decision to move in with their teams either in the same house or the same complex. These players will have to leave their homes and families even if they have to travel out of the country. When moving out and into new environments, athletes will have to familiarize themselves by adjusting to their cultural and social differences. As easily as these players rise, it takes a small slip to start crashing down with their careers on the line. Due to top level competitive gaming and massive amounts of money at stake, these players are under extreme pressure, and the smallest decisions can determine their fame or their risk of losing their career. Mentality plays a major role for a professional gamer. Overwhelming stress is put on these players' shoulders and can trigger or develop anxiety and possibly depression. Most pro gamers choose to leave esports industry on their own because of the amount of stress that is put on them. Although it may seem fun to get paid playing video games as a professional esports player, reality can take a turn in the wrong direction. Marcus Dyrus Hills, a former League of Legends player, decided to quit his professional gaming career due to reaching unhealthy levels of depression. When these players struggle financially, their gaming career can become a gamble. Some players financially struggle with low salaries, so they depend on winning prize pools and tournaments to financially support their life. The low popularity of any game can cause low salary income for these athletes. Game developers depend on gamers and an audience to make their money by profiting off of their games. Less gamers and watchers means a decline in revenue for the game developers. Esports organizations rely on their income off of the same games and audiences, and if there's no audience to watch these gamers play, there's no income. A talent agency wouldn't purposely provide a gamer with a salary contract that's below minimum wage, but the popularity of the games these players play can determine how much money they make in their contract. Being a professional gamer can be overwhelming, and it doesn't get any easier as a female. 15% of gamers identify themselves as female. In the esports industry, this dies down to little or none at all. Women are most often not taken seriously and are not given as much respect as the other guys due to the marks of their tone of voice more than anything else. A female's normal gaming experience can differ impactfully. This can have a negative effect on a personal level and potentially change the way they play, especially when they are playing on a varsity or a professional team. Women that play video games deal with this more than anyone else. A professional female Overwatch gamer, Kim Se-yeon, known as Geguri, was accused of cheating, saying that her performance was, quote, too good, and her performance precision was, quote, humanly not possible. The two accusers was so sure that she could not be this good, they put their professional gaming careers on the line and bet that Geguri was cheating. Geguri live streamed herself to prove that she wasn't cheating, and the two accusers end up quitting Overwatch professionally. Geguri now plays for an Overwatch team, Shanghai Dragons, as the first professional female gamer in the Overwatch League. Going pro means players will have to start young. This means that these gamers have been gaming their whole lives, dedicating at least 8 hours every day just to develop the necessary skills they need to reach at a professional level. This leaves little time for school and work, but all of this is still manageable with the correct mindset. When esports players are financially struggling, sometimes they are forced to break their contracts and agreements by giving lessons or boosting to earn a couple bucks on the side. Professional gamers need to dedicate at least 8 hours every day with practice. Traveling doesn't make anything easier. Professional teams travel worldwide often, and they need to find the time to make up for their missing hours of practice. Especially for younger players who received salary contracts, some of these players substitute high school with online school. On top of that, esports gamers have to stay fit. Their schedules are run by their coaches, traveling schedules, team scrimmages, and fitness. This sounds like a lot to fit in one day, and it is. But these players have coaches to help them organize their schedules and fit the rest of their own personal schedules on their own. This includes self-practice, social life, and education. The life of a professional gamer differs depending on what country they're in. South Korea, where every cafe includes a gaming computer and facilities known as gaming cafes or PC cafes, South Korea takes competitive gaming to the next level. And these gamers spend almost no time wasted from practice for the fame and glory. While in other countries like the US, occasional teams will go out on a vacation visiting other countries. For example, my favorite Overwatch team, the San Francisco Shock, visited Seoul, South Korea for their vacation. The lifestyle of a professional esports gamer share many similarities. These gamers can become famous like celebrities, just like Cristiano Ronaldo and Tom Brady. But gaming for so long in a day can take a huge toll on their mental and physical health. A career with such high risk and rewards may not be the lifestyle for most people. But if you have a strong passion for competitive gaming, esports is what you might want to look into. Yes, there is a lot to commit to, but there are people out there that will go through such lengths to achieve this as their career. Esports is the type of career for people who want to go big or go home.